Eric? Hey, aloha and welcome. Brother Richie, your backseat quarterback. Brought to you by Not Pods on my YouTube channel. Live. Week 1 of the NFL is wrapped up. This is Tuesday, September 9th. Every Tuesday, high noon, I will be doing the wrap-up show, Backseat Quarterback. A little different look this year. I'm trying to figure out the studio. Got a new place, living up the mountain a little bit. We're live from the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Going to do a little different show setup, too. You know, I based the last 2 seasons mostly kind of grumpy old man, get off my lawn, and just all the F-ups. You know, I'm going to do a little bit more segmented style. So today we're going to talk 3 big things. We got the same old shit. What the Fluss, got to keep that guy's memory. Hot seat updates, and then my Chee Hoo segment. Some shout out, good jobs, people. The NFL. Let's get this started. Woo, crazy shit. Week 1. I'm going to tell you, the NFL never disappoints. The NFL always abides like the dude. Unbelievable. Just last second, pulling victories out of the jaws of defeat. Some teams, Baltimore Ravens, got away just pulling defeat out of the jaws of victory. That's getting to be a habit. We're going to talk about that. Bills, Ravens, just an instant classic. Top 5 great all-time football games in the history of the NFL, I'd say. But I'm going to start with my 3 big things that I took out of this week. And I've been yelling this pretty much my whole life, but especially the last 2 years. This is season 3. You know, 6,000 plays I've gone through. Every single game I look run to pass ratio. No matter what, if you're 50, 52, 53% run, 47, 48, 50% pass, that's the winning teams. Losing teams average 60, 62% pass. Run the ball. How does any team in an NFL game ever run the ball less than 20 times? And, you know, they say, we can't run the ball today. If you can't run the ball, it's because you don't or you won't run the ball. If you got on the ball, no huddle, and just said set hut and blow off the line. Don't keep them in the stance. No long count, set hut like it's the blocking sled. I just don't understand. Why is Spencer Rattler throwing the ball 47 times and Alvin Kamara gets 11 carries? Can somebody tell me that? 47 carries or passes. Spencer Rattler, whatever. It's a shit show. Drake May, 46 pass attempts, and your 2 running backs, Stevenson, 12 carries between 2 running backs, 46 pass attempts in a downpour, in a close game. Establish the run, establish the play action. Get the offensive linemen involved. They love run blocking. Nobody, you know, the first step in pass protection is retreating. You got the best athlete on the other team, defensive end, and your first step is backwards. Just makes no sense to me. Look at these backs on losing teams and the number of carries. Jahmyr Gibbs, 9 rushes. Bijan Robinson, 12 rushes. Isaiah Pacheco, 5 measly carries. Devin Achane. And Miami's a mess, but he has 7 carries. Stevenson Henderson combo, 12 carries combined. You got your rookie, first round pick, Travion Henderson, 7 fucking carries. Alvin Kamara, 11 carries. Even Tyrone Tracy, 10 carries. Giants look terrible. You know, your O-line isn't that bad if you give them a chance. I mean, they all made the NFL. Pass protection is one thing. If you get them on the line and say set hot and blow off the ball, it's going to be fine. Kenneth Walker, 10 carries. Another thing, analytics, turnover battle. You win the turnover battle, you win 85% of the time. Last week, only one team that had more turnovers won a game. Every other team, every other game had equal or less turnovers, win the game. Turnovers, sacks, penalties, not that big deal. Penalties actually over the last 3 years is about 50-50. You can lose a penalty battle. I'm telling you, turnovers, sacks, run the ball, win the game. Give the ball away, give up sacks, pass the ball, 60%, you lose, period. 3 big things. Number 2, kickers. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Larry David said it best. Larry David was on Rich Eisen's show. Rich Eisen said, Larry, you're the commissioner of the NFL. What's the first thing you do? Oh, my God, I'm commissioner of the NFL. Get the goalposts out. Get the kickers out. Get them out, bro. They're not football players. These amazing, just fast and huge athletes, they risk their lives. Somebody's going to die one day. They're just going to snap their neck, and their spine's going to be broken. And somebody, it's almost inevitable. Somebody is going to die. You could get paralyzed every single play. You are risking your life for some scrawny little fucking 180-pound, 160, 140-pound guy that never had to take a hit, never had to throw a block, never got tackled, never threw a pass. And the game is on that fucking little skinny toothpick with an olive on his helmet. It's a toothpick with an olive, bro, going out there to win or lose the game. There were 14 missed kicks, 4 extra points, and 10 field goals missed. I hate kickers. Sick of it. Some guy Smith, S-Z-M-Y-T. S-Z-M-Y-T missed a field goal, 35-yard field goal game to go ahead in the 4th, and an extra point early for the Browns. How do you even hire a guy with the last name S-Z-M-Y-T? Buy a fucking vowel. Are you kidding me? I'm over it, bro. Just take the goalposts out. It's not football. Call it feet ball. Call it arm ball. Call it run ball. Change the name if you have to. Get kickers out. Either punt or go for it. And if you're at the 2-yard line and it's 4th and you don't make it, the other team has to go 98 yards. Oh, well. I am just so sick of it. Never make a play. You know, it just comes down to, as a team, don't leave it down to the kicker. Be ahead by 4 points. Don't leave it down to the kicker. Don't leave it down to the officials. The officiating much better. I guess they don't have to have Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl for a 3rd season. Oh, this is the WTFluss song. I'm saving that. We got What the Flu segment coming up. What was the penalties? Let me check out penalties in the Charger game. Ten penalties on the Chiefs, 6 on the Chargers. Good job. So we're over that. You got Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl a couple years in a row. You got all the Swifties on board. You couldn't pull that shit because social media went off. So the officials can go back to normal. My 3 big things. Number 3, game management. PATs especially. Kick the extra fucking point. Take the point. I don't care if there's a holding, whatever, and you get at the ball to 1. 1 yard's almost impossible. Somehow, it's impossible to get a yard. Don't take the point off the board. And I'm going to tell you, that point that you lose always seems way more important than the 2 points that you could have gotten. Kick the extra point. I know they're only 95% instead of 99.9% since they moved the goalpost back. Take the point, get the point on the board, go for 2 when you have to. I mean, they got this saying, by God, it's 7-all. You go up 13-7 and you're going for 2, and that's the analytics now. Kick the fucking extra point, then you're chasing it, then you miss 2 extra points. Look at Buffalo. Almost cost them a game. Kick the extra point. Game management. Stay in bounds when you need to run the clock. Get out of bounds 2 or 3 times a week. Probably. I don't watch every single play. If I had the time, I'd watch every play of every game condensed style on NFL Plus. You can watch a game in 40 minutes. But how many times, cutting upfield, tries to get the extra auto, stays in bounds. The clock is running. Get out of bounds. And runs out of bounds inexplicably with a minute left and stops the clock. Game management coach, clock management, game management assistant coaches need to be hired, set in stone for every single NFL team, 24/7, 365. Clock management coach is just right there. You have to run the ball right here, coach. Got to get them to the 2-minute warning or make them burn a timeout. You cannot throw the ball. Got to throw here. Got to get out of bounds. Look, coach, there's a minute and a half left in the first half. Let's make them use their timeouts, whatever it is. Game management coaches is just so frustrating. It's like me and Eric, Woos, Bales, even Earl, even Skiz. We're smarter than these fucking guys. They make $3 million, $5, $6, $10 million a year. So that's my 3 big things. Run the ball, analytics, kickers, get them out, clock management, game management. Thank you. Moving on. Same old shit. I am kind of sounding like get off my yard uncle, but a lot of stuff bugs me. I will get to the Chee Hoo. Oh, be right back. Wait right there. Forgot something. Got to have the Chee Hoo button for my final segment. Same old shit. Same old shit. Meet the new boss is the same as it all was. PATs kick them. It's not 99% like it was, but PATs just kick them. 95% make. Cincy, another slow start, bailed out by Schmidt, SZMYT. SZMYT. I wish I had graphics, bro. One day I'm going to have graphics. The bottom line, scores, everything. Just kickers. Unbelievable. Cincy, another rough start. They got the win. It's only Joe Burrow's second opening week win. I believe it's his 6th season. They had 7 yards in the second half. What is that? Why is it so hard to get a yard, by the way? Yard or 2. And I'm going to tell you, Atlanta, you better learn to get under center, at least on 4th and inches. Because if you're out of the shotgun, your 4th and inches, when you snap the ball, now it's 4th and 6. You're handing off to a guy 6 yards deep. I don't understand it. Get on the ball, set hut. Set hut. The O-line knows when you're going, how many times you're doing the long count. If you're trying to draw them off sides, that's one thing. But if you're just trying to long count, every single second that offensive lineman is in the down position, advantage defense. And when the O-line doesn't know for sure when the snap is coming, how about they just know it's just like the blocking sled at practice. Get on the ball, set, hut, bam, bam, bam. Do it 15 plays in a row, see what happens. See how many defensive linemen are faking injuries and gassed. It seems so simple. Maybe it's just ego. No, we got to throw the ball and we got to do all, Who was, Baltimore. Running down the clock. You got 2 of the best weapons. Derrick Henry, I know he had a fumble. That doesn't happen. That is an outlier, Derrick Henry's fumble. You need one first down to salt the game away, and your second play is a freaking jet sweep with a guy that's 5'6", 170, Zay Flowers. You got the two most lethal weapons in the whole NFL. It's just being too cute. Is it ego? Outthinking yourself? That's a game management coach right there. Coach, do not run a jet sweep right now. It's either give to Henry, run option. It's an option play. Either give or I'm running. I want one of those two guys, not Zay Flowers running east to west. We're going north and south, people. So about 1 yard. Remember the Philly special? How about have 5 of those in your back pocket whenever you need? 5 different Philly special style. I don't know. Maybe there's not enough time to work on them in practice. Same old shit, dude. Get out of bounds, stay in bounds. Game management coach. You know, how's my new haircut, by the way? Thank you. Charlene, oh, I got to tell you this. Charlene, my hair cutter, hair chick. If you're ever over here, you know, middle of the Pacific Ocean, Hawaii. If you know, you know. Just a town down the road, little town, South Shore. Charlene, and so we're talking football. I said, I want something a little different for my hair. Football season, you know, I'm doing my show. She goes, yeah. I go, do you have a team? Yeah, I'm a hardcore. I'm Dallas. But then, you know, they've been doing so bad last year. And then so I like the Eagles in the Super Bowl. And now I like them. And I'm like, oh, my God. You don't even know. I'm like, you can't be a Cowboy fan and then just root for the Eagles, too. And she didn't know anything about divisions and rivalries. I told her they are a hated rival. And we had a good laugh about that. So any football fans, Cowboy or Eagle fans, I know an Eagle fan is like, don't root for me. I don't want you. So that was a good one. How can they be all 8 games on a commercial at once? And next week, there's 9 commercials at the 1 Eastern kickoff. There are 9 games. 9 games at the same time. How's Scott Hansen supposed to even pay attention? How are we supposed to pay attention? Why do 9 games have to be at 1 so there can only be 3 at 4 o'clock? And I think I figured out because they want to shove commercials down our throat. If there's only 3 games, there's going to be commercials all the time. They have to watch. And you know what? We're not. Unless you make good commercials. You know, Geico, Miller Lite. Could a car company make one funny, good commercial? If you got to spend the money to make a commercial, make it something we want to watch. Make it like a soap opera that continues on to the next commercial. The Ever Ready, the Energizer Bunny, the Caveman, the Gecko, something, Miller Lite back in the day. They just shove these pieces of shit. Oh, Ozempic. Ask your doctor about Ozempic. Hey, doc, I'm asking you about Ozempic and that the side effects are suicidal thoughts and death and shortness of breath. What do you think about that, doc? I'm asking you. And if a doctor says, oh, Ozempic's great, just don't use it if you're allergic. Really? Oh, yeah. You'll be able to go out of the house because, you know, you're agoraphobia. But, you know, you're going to have suicidal thoughts and maybe die. But, oh, it's great. Why don't you come along now, the commercial? Come on along. What are you waiting for, Ozempic? What are you waiting for? Well, all those side effects that you just told me about. That's what I'm waiting for. Commercials. 8, all 8, 2 different times, all 8 games commercial break. I don't know how they do it. Yeah, you go up 13-7. This is newfangled math, newfangled analytics. You score a touchdown to go up 6 and you go for 2. You know that's shaking my head. Here's same old shit. Last one. Then we're going to go on to what the Fluss. I'm going to talk about Matt Eberflus. The Bills did this. I don't like it. Minute left. 40 seconds left. You're down 2, down 1, down 3. It's going to be a field goal situation. You're at the 10 or the 15 or the 9, and you just, you know, you get to where the kicker likes it and down it to make it a 10, 18, 28-yard field goal. Get to the 2. 30 yards is too long when the game's on the line. Go score the touchdown or get to the 1 or 2 yard line. You know, sure, you score a touchdown, you're up 5, and you leave them 30 seconds, but they have to score a touchdown. Tush push every time. Nobody's doing the tush push anymore, Eric Carroll. Fuck, want to call in, bro? Call in. We'll talk right now. Got my trusty phone. Yeah, nobody's doing the tush push, and even Philly didn't look that strong with the tush push, and everybody made the big deal about it. I like Kyle Brand for Good Morning Football. He said, you know what? Eagles, you're so pissed, and they want to take it away from you. Very first play of the game, get tush push. Get 3 yards even if you punt the first drive. Just to, that would have been great. So that's the same old shit. Please allow me to introduce myself. I am the I want to talk. Oh, this isn't it. What the Fluss? I'm keeping the memory of Matt Eberflus alive. There's a 2. It seemed like every game. But 2, and he's with Dallas, I believe now, defensive coordinator. He'll be fine. Some guys are just meant to be coordinators. They're great. Mike McDaniel. You'll get another job just like that. Just some guys weren't meant to be head coach. Maybe it's just too much going on. They're not really a leader, the culture thing. But Matt Eberflus, 2 moments stick out last year was with a timeout left. You're running the clock down. Caleb Williams around the 40-yard line. 20, 19, 18. He's barking out signals. Are they going to snap the ball? And the last play on Thanksgiving Day against Detroit is a Hail Mary to the end zone. And he goes into the locker room with a timeout. That's what I say, chicken. Brah. Number 2. And there was one every game. Number 2 was the Hail Mary against Washington, where your DB's drawn to the crowd. That's not even the worst of it. It's the play before when they give them, they're at the 35 and they give up, just soft coverage and give them an out to get 15 yards to their last play. They can't throw a Hail Mary at the 35. And they bring it up to him and they say, Coach Fluss, so what, you don't think you should have maybe defended the play before the Hail Mary? And his words, the play before doesn't matter. The Hail Mary is what matters. The play before doesn't have any impact. It has everything to do with it. And he doubles down on shit. And why are you going into the locker room? Couldn't get it's like Mike Riley with the Beavers before. Just drove me batshit crazy. Couldn't get the timeout there. What do you mean you couldn't get the timeout? You call timeout. So, what the Fluss? This is in memory. I'm going to do 1 full season. This is my show. In memory of Matt Eberflus, we all know what WTF. I got a song for it. What the Fluss? Just so bad last year. This is the basis of my backseat quarterback show. Just going like this. What the fuck are we doing? What the Fluss? Malik Neighbors. First half of game 1. First half of game 1. What the Fluss is this mess I'm in? Thank you, AI, by the way. You're probably going to take us over and kill us all when you don't need us, but thank you, AI. It's pretty freaking awesome. I'm working on a couple apps to AI. Take advantage of it. What the Fluss? Malik Neighbors, first half of the first game already just looking dejected. Russell Wilson. And what is Brian Daboll? Just his steadfastness. Russ is our quarterback. Stubbornness gets you fired real quick in the NFL. I'd say, if you don't want to throw the rookie in, Jackson Dart, how about Jameis? Russ is cooked. The fans know that. How does everybody on earth see something except the head coach? Steadfastly. Russ is our quarter. It's almost like, since you're asking me, I'm just going to stick with it even more. What the floose. Malik Neighbors fighting with his quarterback, his coach. Also, Giants, you had 4 plays to score from the 1 fucking yard line. Maybe 5. Why is 1 yard so tough? What the floose. Tyreek, same body language as Neighbors. He's just on the, I'll give you the ball. What the flu? Oh, and then domestic violence coming up. What a dumbass. Oh, God. Thank God I only took him in one of my 7 fantasy leagues. I really thought he might have a bounce back year. All the talk about, I haven't focused on just football ever. So this year I'm just football and beating up chicks. Cincinnati, lucky to win. What the flu? 7 yards in the second half. 113 yards passing. Jamar Chase has 2 catches. I mean, I guess maybe Cleveland's defense is just that good, but they played their guys in the preseason. They never did in the past. It was Burrow's first ever preseason start, and they looked great, and they still just throw up a rotten egg game and barely win because of Shizmiznit. SZMYT, look it up. How do you even hire a guy with, even if I was a CEO at a company, sorry, bro, I can't hire a Shizmnit. Atlanta, can you go under center? I don't know if Michael Penix has ever taken a snap. You have to. This is the NFL. And as Jerry Glanville said years ago, that means not for long if you're not under center at least once. I hate 4th and inches out of shotgun and long count and then give it to your back that's stationary and make him go 6 yards to pick up an inch. Get on the ball. I'm pounding my table, pounding my table for short yardage for a whole first quarter on the ball set hut. It's called either the bowling ball or the sledgehammer or the Earl Campbell, the John Madden scheme, the blocking sled scheme. It's get on the ball and say set hut and just have your linemen just blow off the line for 10 straight plays and just see what happens. And if you have to punt, punting's not the worst thing. I know commercials. I talk about necessary evil, but I just hate them. Make them fun at least. Make them enjoyable. Not just a car driving the best gas mileage. Look at this nice road. Buy a Ford. No, I won't buy shit because of your crappy commercials. Should just start taking notes of the crappy commercial. I'm not buying your shit because I used to love Ford. 3 crappy commercials. If that's your management style and the decisions you're making in this multi-billion-dollar industry, I pass. Some thought Travis Hunter might play 100, 110, 120 snaps, break the record, like 111 snaps. Hum-de-dum, plays 43. That's all right. He's going to be exciting. I love that he didn't play 120 snaps. Don't get me wrong, but there was people thinking that. What the floose. Jacksonville, I got him in the playoffs. Go Duval. He's a weirdo, but he sure is good with quarterbacks. Why is Dable so steadfast? Russell's our guy. I don't want to hear it. I'm starting the worst guy. I'm losing my job on purpose. Why is Spencer Rattler throwing the ball 47 fucking times? Can anybody can explain to me why Spencer Rattler's throwing the ball 47 times? Anybody? Brand new coach. This isn't Boise State. This isn't the Smurf turf. Oh my God. Baltimore, this is habit forming. This is a culture with the Ravens now. Ease up on the gas, let the team stay in it, and then just choke on your own fucking feet. Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory, the Baltimore Ravens, one game at a time. That is my What the Fluss. And you know what I say about What the Fluss? No Canva. A couple more segments coming up. Hot Seats Revisited. I do want to let you know, though, that the Backseat Quarterback is brought to you partially by BarneyBay.com. Yeah, my friend Alika putting together, it's on an app. It's on a website, BarneyBay.com. You gamble with your eBay items. Instead of money, I got this football. Joe Montana signed. You got a Joe Morgan baseball. I like baseball more than football. You like football more than baseball. Let's bet this Joe Morgan baseball against this Joe Montana football. Pick a game. Okay, I got them +7. You got them -7. Okay. Loser sends their eBay item to the winner. Sounds pretty cool. I haven't done it yet because I'm pretty busy doing all this and a kid. 58 years old with an 8-year-old. I don't recommend it for everybody, but it worked for me. Speaking of the kids, how about a shout out to all those NFL orphans out there? Little orphan Emmy. From 7 a.m. till about 2 p.m. Hawaiian time, which is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific, and that's 1 p.m. to about 8 Eastern. You're on your own, kid. I love you, but here's your iPad. Here's a computer you can watch. I got my computer and the TV. You can go play with your friends. I need to get sleepovers on Saturdays going. I think that's the key. So shout out to all you NFL orphans out there. I love you guys. Thanks for putting up with us. And you know, my patience has been really good. I don't get mad at her for anything anymore at all. I used to once in a while. Never been much of a yeller because my dad was pretty strict. Actually, I love you, Guillermo. You ain't watching anyway. You know you were a dick. I don't want my kid to ever feel like that. So when I do lose it a little bit, I'm really, and I've worked on that and I'm doing great. But I do yell at the TV. When Noah Fant gets a touchdown and I got 2 receivers for the Bengals, shit like that, I will yell, and she knows it's not at her. Let's revisit my hot seats. I had 5 preseason hot seats. Number 5, Russell Wilson. I think you're burnt and done. Get him out. Probably retire. You know, I'd have him as my backup. That's fine. Hottest of hot seats. Seat 4. Hot seat 4. Shane Steichen, you're out. You can leave the kitchen, Shane Steichen. You just saved your hot seat. Probably saved your job. Danny Dimes, they scored every single possession. We'll talk about that in my Chee Hoo segment. Hot seat number 3, Kevin Stefanski, firmly on the hot seat. Because you hired a guy named Szmyt, SZMYT. Check it out. Buy a vowel. Stefanski, firmly planted, seats burning, your ass is red. Number 2, Mike McDaniel. Can he make it through the season? I mean, his pant leg's on fire and it's spreading. Pour some gas on that. They are a mess. You hear talks of the locker room, ex-players that played for them, play for other teams. You know, all the quirky and snide remark stuff. It was funny and good when maybe you went 10-7 your first year and went to the playoffs, but that shit wears thin when you're not physical at all and your quarterback's small and when they get tape on you. And hot seat number 1, Brian Daboll. He's holding the candle to his own ass with this Russell Wilson crap. Everybody else, sometimes appease the fans even. No, sticking with my guy. Russell's my guy. I don't want to hear the questions. Well, you and Russell can probably go hit the unemployment line. Finally, we're going to wrap it up. Some positivity. Got my Chee Hoo button. Got my Chee Hoo button. These are some positive takes from some teams around the league. What a great day. But the NFL, thank you for getting off the officiating bullshit and just what an amazing slate. I mean, people that don't like it. I got a friend, I'm boycotting the NFL. You know, they make too much money and too political. I don't give a shit. There's gay cheerleaders that are super flamers. I don't care. There's, you know, probably rigged as shit. I don't care. 80% of the money's over here. Oh, you better throw a couple points here and there. I don't care. Because the games are so phenomenal and just so exciting. It's live, bro. No discipline in Miami. You know that, Eric. I got my one boy, Eric Carroll. It's midnight over. He just moved to Italy, bro, and that's my one friend watching. Who's a true friend? I love you, brother. You know what? I'm going to keep going, though. This is going to blow up. I'm going to be huge, and I'll remember the people that watched. Thanks a lot, Woos, Guillermo, my own dad, my best friends. Can't take a half hour out of their day. Fucking love you, bro. Dallas. All said, bro, better than anybody expected. Dallas Cowboys, you might have a season. You might have a coach. You might have a season. That trade, it might work out for both of you. To the Dallas Cowboys. LA Chargers got the KC monkey off your back for now. Season 2 with Harbaugh. LA Chargers beat them again and knock them out of the playoffs and win the West. Indy got off the hot seat for now. I mean, you know, week 1 is a liar. Kyle Brandt says it. I've been saying it for years. Week 1 is a huge liar. But first team since 1970 to score on every single possession. No kneel downs, no clock runs out, no punts, no turnovers, no end of the game. Score on every single possession. 7 possessions, 7 scores. First time since 1970. The Indianapolis Colts, Danny Dimes. Pete Carroll, 72 years young. Ron, Aaron Rodgers, 72 years young. Green Bay, complimentary football, offense, defense, special teams. Green Bay Packers, my adopted, because I had to quit the Raiders when they left Oakland for the second time. And any hardcore Raider, this is Raider, you know, tradition and Raider fan. This is what we do. How can you stick with that team with Mark Davis? Get a fucking haircut for one. Alfalfa. How can you stick with a team that fucks over your city twice? Once? Sure. Second time? Fuck you. But Pete Carroll, Ron, Green Bay, came around to that because I was a Raider fan until 4 years ago. They won Super Bowls. I'm 58 years old. They won Super Bowls. It was life and death as a kid, and I said, fuck you, and I hate them. And I adopted the Packers. I've been there. I got some friends, 2 friends from Green Bay. I've been there. Been to Lambeau. They said, come aboard, Richie. Buffalo. Just come back for the ages. Josh Allen. I mean, he should win every fantasy league. He's going to have 45 points a game. And so will Lamar, quite frankly. But what a game. Buffalo Bills. The last opener at Hallmark Stadium, whatever it is, to the Buffalo Bills. And my final Chee Hoo, J.J. McCarthy, a tale of 2 halves. I got a text, you know, my text said, this guy sucks. What'd you do? Get rid of Darnold at 14-3? Come back, tale of 2 halves. And also your coach, Kevin O'Donnell, not Rosie. That bitch did beat it, and she can stay. Kevin O'Donnell, J.J. McCarthy, Miami Vikings. Thanks, guys. This is Brother Richie. I'm going to hele on. I do want to say though, I'm gonna end this. I want to say every time, Scott Hansen. Anybody can get a hold of that guy. I want to email him. I have a great. I think he needs to change his tagline because the witching hour is beautiful, where wins become losses and losses become wins. That's kind of mid, if you ask me. How about this? And guys, it's time for the witching hour, where losses become wins and wins become nightmares. Huh? So anybody know Scott Hansen can get a hold of him. The witching hour, where losses become wins and wins become nightmares. So new schedule, Tuesday, high noon Hawaiian time, NFL recap segments. Wednesday, my gambling edition. And you know what? You might not want to. I went 6-10 against the spread. 11-5 straight up. 6-10 against the spread. There was 4 games that the spread impacted. Usually it's 1 to 2, 15% of games, but Wednesdays high noon is my gambling, little bit of fantasy football. Tuesdays high noon NFL recap. Brother Richie, love you guys. Eric, La Spezia, Carol, fucking love you. Love you, love you, love you. You're okay. Love you. I'm out. Oh, let's get some music to go out on though. Quarterback.